Let's make albondigas, which is a Spanish style meatball. So make sure that you have a big pot of water, bringing that to a boil on the stove. Then we're going to go ahead and prepare our ingredients for the meatballs. You've seen me dice the tomato, and you also want to make sure that your flax egg mix is ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up some garlic as well, make that minced and very small so I can fold it into the meatballs. Then go ahead and chop some carrots. These aren't obviously going in the meatballs. We're gonna really roughly chop them, but they're gonna be in the broth and kind of like the side dish within the soup. As well, we're gonna roughly chop some zucchini. We want nice big pieces so they don't overcook while the meatballs are cooking. Then go ahead and same thing, roughly chop one really large potato. I just cut off any rough parts that I see, and if you want to, you can peel the potato, but you don't have to. Once you've combined all of your ingredients for your meatballs and rolled them into little round balls, then we're going to go ahead and saute them. So this is kind of an extra step because the meatballs are made with a vegan meat, and vegan meat is kind of water-based and tends to dissolve a little bit. So by searing them nice and a little bit almost crispy on the outside, then that's going to go ahead and seal in all of the flavor and juices and make it so that the meatballs don't crumble and lose their shape when we boil them. Here you'll just see I'm adding some concentrated bouillon to the broth, so that way everything is ready for me to add in my potatoes. After adding in the potatoes, you're going to want to make sure that you bring the broth back to a boil, so then this way you can cook the potatoes evenly, and we'll cook them for about 10-15 minutes before we add in the other ingredients. The carrots take less time to cook, but we're still going to add those in around the same time as we add in our meatballs. So now we have the carrots and the meatballs and the potatoes in the pot boiling and cooking nice and evenly. You can tell the meatballs are almost done when they start to float. Lastly, we add our zucchini because it takes the shortest amount of time to cook, and I'm not a huge fan of soggy zucchini, so we only want to cook that for about 5 minutes. Then we serve it up in a bowl. I love to serve it with a bolillo, some like fresh, right, really soft bread, and look at that, all of that flavor packed into the meatball with the rice and the tomatoes and the garlic. They're so delicious and tender, and you're gonna love it.